Before we go any further, I just want to put it out there that the only challenge I see in this video is that we are going to have a sweet tooth by the end of it. Hi everyone! Congratulations! We have crossed 100 plus subscribers on this channel. Yay! Give yourself a pat on the back. The last episode of Pay It Forward featuring Manoshi Bose and her little venture Earth Basket has garnered more than 250 views in 4 days only. Can you imagine? And I heard it from somebody that Earth Basket is going to collaborate with Penmancy. Shh, it's a secret. I have also been getting a lot of queries from a lot of different places where people are calling me up and asking me about all these artists that we have been highlighting on Pay It Forward, and I'm so happy about it that the word is spreading. This is good. This is amazing. You know why? Because the wheels of the universe are turning and we are the ones who are pushing it. Before we begin, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do it now and become part of this amazing movement that we are doing. Alright, if you have been following me on my social media, then you know that this week we brought home our first ever commissioned painting from this amazing artist called Prakhyat Rai, or aka Mary Brains, about whom we talked in this episode of Pay It Forward. It's been a very long time since I've been meaning to add art pieces to my home, but you know how it is when you're living on rent, right? बाद में ले लेंगे, अपने घर में लगा लेंगे. But Mahashivratri came around and I was being called to add a particular painting to my living room, and I reached out to Prakhyat, and now this painting hangs proudly in my living room, looking over me and blessing me with its beauty. And this painting sort of nudged me to think of another fabulous artist that I have known online after the pandemic. This is yet another one who has magic in her fingers, not only because she paints, but because she makes delectable cakes. Yes, she's a baker. The star of today's video is Navita Gujral, and as unfortunate as it is for us Indians and the rest of the world, Navita lives in London, so yeah. But at least we can have her art delivered to our doorsteps without any cake shipping hazard. Chalo, let's get to know Navita a little bit. So Navita was born and brought up in Rajasthan, and that's where she completed her BTech. After working for 5 to 7 years in Bangalore and in UK in the tech industry, she took a maternity break. It was only after her daughter turned 3 and she was faced with the challenge of baking a cake for her nursery that she actually focused on making a cake for the very first time. And her whole focus was making it presentable rather than professional. She tells me that at the end of the day, when she went to the nursery to collect her daughter, all the teachers over there told her how much they loved the cake. In fact, some of the teachers even asked her what her prices would be if they were to ask her to make a cake just like that. And that's when Navita started breaking bad. Baking bad. No, baking good. Well, you have yourselves to thank for it. Pharma apparently was such a big hit, no? पहले बताने का पीछे चाहिए तो पीछे लाके देंगे ना. I am a pro at it. Anyway, that's when Navita's baking journey started. She taught herself the nitty-gritties of baking and progressed from basic cakes to some really crafty and ingenious designs. Today, she includes working bulbs, rotating mechanisms, and a lot more in her cakes. Just look at them. I am literally drooling. Navita yaar, what do I have to do to sample these goods? I am so sorry guys. When I reached out to Navita, I had no idea about this baking extravaganza. I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I am done filming, I am reaching out to my 2 best friends, Swiggy and Zomato. Alright, with those mouth-watering images in our hearts, yes. Now let's talk about Navita's art. She tells me that unlike baking, which came to her later in life, sketching and painting have been with her ever since she was a child. Art was her go-to activity whenever she was upset about something, and creating something out of nothing and creating these art pieces gave her the confidence of, having done something. She tells me that even though she takes great joy in creating her cakes and her paintings, her sweetest memories about art are from her childhood. Mickey and Minnie clay toys, a craft garden set, Barbie swings, art of any kind always transports her to a different place. I would like to add here how amazing these modes of expressions are for us artists, because be it singing or writing or dancing or painting or whatever mode of expression that you have chosen, they provide us with such creative outlets to our feelings, right? Navita's art gathered momentum in 2018 after her daughter was already 6 and she had baked so many cakes and she had so many orders under her belt that she could call herself a professional cake artist. She then focused all her energies into improving her fine art skills. As with baking, Navita is a self-taught artist. She tells me that initially she started out copying the style of already established artists, and then she reached out to these artists and bombarded them with questions. She was very surprised when they reached out to her and provided her all the answers that she was looking for. Isn't that great? Some artists even told her to mail her work to them so that they can analyze it personally and then send her feedback. You know how they say, ask and it shall be given to you, seek and ye shall find? This is what I'm talking about. Artists, this is all the advice that you are ever going to need in your entire life. So Navita kept copying and slowly it all started making sense. Today, she plays with lights and shadows and with her viewers' eyes. When those eyes fill in the gaps, all the magic unfolds. White dots become twinkles, squiggly green strokes become ripples. It all begins there in those eyes. Today, after a lifetime of dabbling in arts and in the crafts, Navita specializes in cake decoration, in acrylic painting, in pencil sketches, in watercolors. She paints on canvases, pebbles, papers and sometimes even on pavements with chalk. Wait, we are not done yet. Navita is also a poet. Her book, Sangraha, is a collection of poetry in Hindi. In this book, the themes range from vices of technology addiction to the fragility of relationships and will strike a chord with readers of any age group. At the same time, this book is a humble contribution to the Save the Children charity, and the entire revenue generated from the sales is used to raise funds for them. The cherry on top of this amazing cake is that the book is illustrated with Navita's own paintings. I am so awed by Navita's journey, and in fact all of our journeys. I don't know whether you guys will agree with me, but I have always felt that artists perceive the world differently. So of course it's not going to be easy for us. We don't play by the rules. Each and every one of us carves our own path, and of course it is going to be difficult. That's why it's very important to be open to learning and open to new experiences. It's important to ask questions and seek answers for those questions. This reminds me yet again of Neil Gaiman's Make Good Art speech. Whatever Navita has experienced when she was starting out on her art journey is something that Neil Gaiman has also mentioned in this speech. He says that the urge starting out is always to copy, and that's not a bad thing. Most of us only find our voices after we have sounded like a lot of other people. So it's okay if it is difficult for you in the beginning. What's important is to nurture this seed of curiosity and wonder that we have when we look at the world and we say how and why. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me today and experiencing Navita's journey with me. I will leave the links to Navita's socials, her book, her art store and all her links down in the description section of this video. Please go and check out her art. I'm sure that her paintings are going to make a beautiful addition to your home. For folks who are in London and have friends or families back in London, please share this video and please share Navita's baking profile with them. यार किसी का तो भला हो, हम तो खा ही नहीं सकते, right? I am heading over to Zomato and Swiggy now, while you go ahead and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you are notified whenever new videos are uploaded. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for all your love and support. Until next time, love and light to you. Bye bye.